When I first enrolled my son, Daniel, into a prestigious traditional school, I was convinced I was giving him the best education money could buy. But within months, his lively spark began to dim. Homework consumed his evenings, tests dictated his weekends, and his once vivid imagination seemed buried under the weight of endless assignments. His laughter was replaced with sighs, and the words "I hate school" became a constant refrain. One evening, I found him sobbing quietly in his room. "Mom," he whispered, "I don't think I'm smart enough. I can't do this anymore." My heart broke. That was the moment I knew something had to change. A friend mentioned a small alternative school on the outskirts of town, one with no uniforms, no exams, and a curriculum focused on creativity and individuality. It sounded radical, and honestly a little crazy, but desperation drove me to book a tour. The moment I stepped into the Learning Tree Academy, I felt the difference. Instead of rows of desks, there were open spaces, colorful murals, and children actively engaged in projects. One group was building a model of a solar-powered car. Another was writing and performing a play. Their excitement was contagious. Daniel was hesitant when he first joined. Used to rigid structures, he didn't know what to make of a class where failure was celebrated as a step toward innovation. On his first day, the teacher handed him a blank notebook and said, "This is your idea journal. There's no wrong answer here." Weeks turned into months, and my son began to change in ways I never imagined. He no longer dreaded mornings. Instead, he would rush to show me his latest project: a hand-painted comic book, a homemade robot, or a garden he helped design. He smiled again, and not just any smile, the radiant one I hadn't seen in years. The school's approach extended beyond academics. Daniel learned teamwork through building a treehouse with his classmates. He discovered perseverance while solving a coding problem that stumped him for days. Most importantly, he was allowed to fail without fear, learning resilience and self-confidence in the process. One day, he came home and proudly declared, "Mom, I'm going to be an inventor." He showed me a blueprint for a machine he called the Homework Helper, designed to ease the burden of students worldwide. I laughed, not at the idea but at the sheer joy in his voice. Now, 3 years later, Daniel is thriving, not just in school but in life. The spark in his eyes is back, brighter than ever. Every parent wants their child to succeed, but sometimes success isn't about grades. It's about happiness, growth, and the freedom to dream. The Learning Tree Academy didn't just change my son's life. It changed our entire family's perspective on what education should be. It taught us that the right environment can turn a struggling child into a thriving one. And for that, I will forever be grateful.